Nice response from Isaac.
That's what Isaac needs to do as well. He needs to try and close that distance and get stuck in there early, you know, to try and make Keerun feel uncomfortable.
Beautiful kick there from Keerun. As you mentioned, the reach is the biggest part of this.
So far, Isaac's doing a fantastic job of getting on the inside and making it a dirty fight. And that's what he needs to do. He can't let Keerun get into a rhythm and start popping that jab off. He needs to do exactly what he's doing, come in with these leg kicks and use them to get on the inside.
He's like an aggressive, explosive pit bull. He'll stand on the outside and then almost jump in and then just straight away throw in those combinations. And that's what you need to do with a guy like BLENMAN.
And every shot he throws, he is throwing to try and inflict damage.
With authority.
There is nothing here for a feeling out process. He is trying to get that fight out.
It's the only way he can work. He has to step inside, and he's done that really well so far.
You can see Isaac throwing punches in bunches, and Keerun's responding with a single shot. Maybe he's trying to save some energy for the later rounds. It'll be interesting to see if Isaac can keep this up. Yeah,
for sure. I'm really impressed with Keerun's jab at the moment. And he's able to mix that in with a leg kick as well. He's certainly got a stiff jab that's going to put off Isaac in his stance as he tries to come on the inside. But it's that reckless body head that he keeps going to.
Yeah, those punches look like they had some sting on them.
Keerun's doing a good job. He's staying composed, like he's not panicking. He's still just trying to work his game, but he's going to have to throw more than one strike at a time. Like that beautiful clinch work here. And he needs to do that, more clinching, using his height to his advantage,
really
weighing down on top of Isaac.
Really back and forth first round there.
100%. I think both boys showed what tools are going to get them the win. Keerun had a good double plum with both hands behind the neck here, and Isaac didn't really try to go for the body lock. So I think moving into round two, I would like to see Keerun try and get that lock and score with those knees and hurt with those knees.
For sure, I think that's the most important thing looking into this second round. I always find it interesting who takes the stool and who doesn't. Not that it's a big amount of importance, but you can see there Isaac standing. Feels he has the cardio to go 6 minutes non-stop.
It's going to be interesting to see how he comes out in the second round, given the power he was putting behind every single shot. Whether he can keep that pace up for the whole fight, or if he's going to maybe start to wilt a little bit in this second round.
Both boys look game. And there it is, there's that double plum, and that's what I wanted to see more of. Isaac needs to find an answer to that.
His jab is so long, but
kick on the floor there.
All love and respect
He's
in Muay Thai.
an MMA gym, so heavy leg kick there.
It's that leg kick, as you said, he's throwing everything with full force there. That is going to hurt the leg of BLENMAN. Those knees to the body, though.
We're seeing Isaac trying to punch his way out of the clinch a lot of the time, which is sometimes a sign that maybe you're not as comfortable in the clinch, but he is also having a lot of
beautiful uppercut there. Shots. One of the best shots of the fight so far, and it's once again those knees in the clinch paying dividends.
And you can see Keerun really leaning on him, really making Isaac carry his weight, and that is exhausting.
He's struggling to get out of the clinch and resorting back to just punching, showing signs of stress here. He cannot do anything about these knees in the clinch. Full control here, BLENMAN.
Yeah, this is very dominant exchange from Keerun here. Isaac needs to either go around the body or go either side to try and get out of that.
And he is having success with these punches, but obviously he has to remember the punches are not going to score nearly as much as these knees.
Beautiful high kick there. Nice return. Ooh.
Keerun just looks so relaxed, like his facial expression has not changed since the moment he walked out.
Yeah, he looks very comfortable in that clinch. Obviously, he looks like he's trained this a lot this camp. And like you said, they're paying dividends, those knees.
I think if we give the first two to Keerun, it has to end now for Isaac, and his coach is trying to wake him up. One more round, you have to finish it here. It was a close first, potentially going either way, but I think as it stands, Keerun is in the lead.
Unofficial scorecard says Keerun's ahead, I would say.
Yeah.
Isaac, I think Isaac needs to angle off a little bit more before he throws his punches in bunches, because he's coming straight on all the time and Keerun's just tying him up, getting in the clinch, engaging, and then landing his knees. But if Isaac starts to kind of move at different angles, it's going to be harder for Keerun to get that same position.
He was having a lot of success with that style in the first round, but I think Keerun at this point has got his timing. He knows how he comes in straight away. There you go, back into the clinch and back to those knees.
Yeah, Keerun's hips are a little bit too high for Isaac to get his knees up. One of the benefits of a long, lean build, you could say.
He's limited of his resources in this fight, that's for sure. He's making use of what he's got, which is power in those hands. But once again, knees in the clinch, knees in the clinch.
We saw him almost go for the body lock there, but yeah, he's trying not to punch his way out of the clinch this time. But the height difference is just proving so beneficial for Keerun here, and he is able to just wear him down.
I think if you're in K-Star MMA corner yellow, it's difficult to say do anything other than the knees in the clinch, because that's what's working.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's not broken, don't fix it. He's not really incurring any. He's taking some shots to the body, obviously, with the punches, but this is Muay Thai scoring, and those knees, they're clear. You know, they're showing
back
effect.
to it again here. It's the story of the fight. The one with the knees, I think we'll call it.
Oh, a little bit of mixing it up a little bit. Oi.
Nice step in knee there from Keerun. And you absolutely cannot blame Keerun for sticking to the clinch, because visibly Isaac has an incredible amount of power in his punches, and that is not something that Keerun wants to invite. He needs to keep this distance close, and there we go again, straight back to the clinch. I don't know if we've got a knee counter, but it'd be interesting to see if we're in the 3 digits just yet.
I would love to know those stats, that's for sure. Oh, and a right hand after the final bell. It doesn't matter and it won't count, and it shouldn't have an effect on the judges' scorecard.
Yeah, I think that was a very good display of a style for the crowd watching. That's known as a Muay cow, someone who's very, very good with knees. Known as a Muay cow, they lock on, they engage in the clinch, they pull their opponent's head down, as we saw Keerun do very, very effectively in this fight. And fair play to Isaac. His body must be pretty tough to take all of those.
It's going to be hurting in the morning.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
No setups for a couple of weeks, I would imagine.
I think we've just seen the best fight of the night though so far. Only been 3, but that's what you got to live up to now for the rest of the boys fighting tonight, and a couple of women fights as well.
Nice thing, good learning fight for Isaac there. Obviously, we've seen he's got good hands. I think he needs to go away and work on his clinch more, and this is going to be one of those fights in his career where hopefully he'll be able to look back on and say, I learned a lot from this fight, and he goes away and develops, and then we touch wood, we see him back again, we'll see a different Isaac.
Exactly,